common sense guy did not took that well.
So he's a douche. Out of curiosity, Jamie, what is a snug?
And we went live in like middle of my sentence.
Always. Always.
Yeah, common sense guy is a douche. I just saw on Twitter as I was about to like post this live that a friend of mine is like doing a stream with him. That friend of mine, I still like him. He's still cool, but I don't like the people that he hangs out with.
Have you told him that?
I should.
That's right, Jamie. No Julie tonight. She is not feeling on top of her game. She is tired and itchy, and so she just wanted to not tonight. As for Tom, no idea.
Tom McDonald, where are you? I mean, the three of us messaged each other, and like the four of us messaged each other in like a Facebook Messenger thing, and so he should like know that, unless he has not installed that on his new phone. That's very.
That is entirely possible, but I judge him.
Well, human beings are judgmental creatures, and so that's one thing, and we're always going to like judge others in some way, shape, or form. Now, are we judging them fairly? How we're judging them and by what metric? That it can change, and that can depend person to person, and yeah. And also we can also reserve our judgment for like that person's not a good person, or we should cancel that person for this, that, or the other thing, or just like I judge them but we're still friends, or so on and so forth.
No, I just judge him.
And that's perfectly fine too, in my opinion.
I judge him, and one day I will, I don't know, send him a sternly worded letter. And then, after months of litigation, I will ask the Attorney General to do something. And then, after months of litigation, the highly biased Supreme Court will say, no, you don't have to do anything. And then Tom will just sort of take a nap. That's my guess.
Oh, yes, reform. That's how we do it. That's how litigation does it. A slow, antiquated process that, like, probably won't work for, like, the major things that we need to do to, like, well, stop the world from being on fire and stuff like that.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's amazing how a Republican court and a Republican president and a Republican Senate can ruin everything for everyone forever.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as if, like, if we just reform and just voting is not good enough.
Are you suggesting that we assassinate Tom?
No, I'm not suggesting that, and I'm not suggesting to like kill all landlords to solve the problems of private property.
I think you are.
Well, there certainly are people that will think that.
And what have you done to dissuade them? Nothing, because that is what you are trying to do. You are literally trying to kill all the landlords.
Well, I want to get rid of private property for sure.
Which will kill them, because how will they earn their living?
Oh, exactly, because like people need a job in order to live. That's just how the economy works. And so if you live in this town like in like the northeastern like Pennsylvania, and it's a coal mining job, everyone just like works at the coal mines. And so if the coal mine closes, well, sucks to be you people. I hope that you can afford your school, your children's lunches. Oh, some of you can. Okay, even though we have like a budget of like $80 million, and the total debts for like student lunches is only like $22,000. You people should pay up, or else we will take your children to foster care. Ha 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 ha! Oh no! You rich philanthropist from a anonymous media source. No. You're. I don't want your money. You can keep your $22,000. Or no, and you copy shop. No, you can keep your $22,000. No, I want to punish the poor for being poor because that's the society we live in.
Yes. I caught most of that, and I agree with it.
Of course you do. You are also an anarchist. We agree with each other on almost everything.
But from now on, I'm an anarcho-unicornist. Is that what I said last night?
Alicornus.
Anarcho-alicornist. There we go. I agree with Swiftwind. Comrade Swiftwind knows what's what.
Oh yes, one of my favorite things is like toppling over on just hierarchies too.
And that's just after like the one little short interaction between him and quote unquote Queen. What's her name with the wings?
Angela.
She's not a real queen. She didn't earn that shit. No one can earn being queen. No one deserves to be queen. And who made them princesses? An ancient hierarchy that colonized that planet. That's who made them princesses. The system is corrupt and unjust. I'm for the Horde. Except for the fact that they're, abusive and evil. Yeah. Neither side is good. They are both unjust hierarchies. Swiftwind needs to lead the real revolution. How are the princesses the revolution when they were the power structure in place and they're still in place? They're fighting an evil invader, yes, but they're not a rebellion. That's bullshit. I'm complaining about She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Its politics is crap.
Well, at least it's good on the LGBTQ plus representation, but Spinnerella and Natasha needs more screen time. And I did finish like season 3. It's also short, just like season 2, which inherently it is not a problem with me, but that does mean that some of the awesome side characters and all, they do not have like as much screen time. Yes, Jamie J. Rara talked about Swiftwind from She-Ra, who is an alicorn, and that's why Shurgo Shan here said that like he is a narco alicornist from last night from when you were playing Mass Effect.
Yep. And right now, I'm also kind of upset that the pictures I uploaded to OneDrive from my camera are not on OneDrive on this computer, and thus I can't show you the video of the cat and the dog playing together.
Oh man, people want to see that because no matter what, even it's just like the two, you and I, and just like rambling on about whatever it is, even if it's Sheila, because I don't mind doing that. Then at least, people can watch new videos, and new photos of cute kitty,
Indeed.
Cute kitten.
That is what Swiftwind needs to do. Swiftwind needs to lead a real rebellion of kittens and alicorns. And that one lizard reptile thing that got given wings and a horn in the first episode by accident.
Oh, yes! I want to know what that the winged lizard is doing now. Because, like, chances are, since, like, Swiftwind, it did, in fact, like, got like the power of speech and like probably already had some like sensuous thoughts, but now has to be able to form complex thought and complex sentences. Then I wonder if that lizard is also wants to like be a champion for speciesism, want to end speciesism in the planet name. The name escapes me now. Damn it.
Eternia?
Eternia, thank you.
More like Internia, because it's a prison for everyone who's not a princess. What?
Okay, no, I won't say that because like it's in season 3 and they came out yesterday, so I won't. It's not that like I was going to like drop like a plot point or anything, but I was going to say something that's alluded to what was said in season 3, and so because it's funny, but because it's funny, people gotta like watch that organically because if I tell it right now, they'll be aware of that, and thus it won't be as funny.
So you're saying you don't want to spoil the joke.
Exactly.
That's very considerate of you.
Yes, JBJ, Microsoft deserves to die for this crime. What? Oh wow! Yeah, OneDrive should also functions as desires. Yes, Microsoft Works is the best oxymoron in the world. No one can. It changed my mind.
Okay. So everything else in the OneDrive folder of cat pictures has a check mark next to it. But the new folder I created with all the stuff I put in today has a refresh arrow on it. Anyone know what that means? It is very
Uh,
important to me that you see these pictures in movies.
so you're not paying attention to Discord right now.
Very little. Absolutely none. Yes,
Okay,
Jamie should hop in here.
that's
We
yeah,
need
exactly.
more estrogen. Even though she lives on the West Coast, she has estrogen.
uh, you see now, Jamie, if Mehmet was also here, we'd also would have invited him because like Mehmet's also on the Discord server, and if they're
Indeed.
active, like, and we would very welcome like enjoy for have Mehmet to like join us. It's so yeah, I think they'll be, but
Something. You don't know.
Kishimiya, I already mentioned on this show before.
I was.
Who essentially a trans girl, but like so feminism. Why do we need that sort of thing? And but I saw a Twitter Yuri and
Reading to find out their names
yes.
after inhabiting the body of someone of the other gender.
Yes. Okay. Wow. Huh.
But I mean, like, even without the trans rating, that is like an adorable anime. I love it.
I do love Your Name. It's like it's Ruth. It's the thing is like the only like downside I kind of have for Your Name, which is just like by design almost, is that the ending of it, it just like ends. And it's like you get a sort of a release, but it's not much of a great release as compared to like the ending of like Silent Voice. That is a release. You just like all of it's just like it just flows out of you and you're there. While it's like Your Name is like what? No, no, Your Name. It feels like you were like tease, while a Silent Voice it's a full release.
Gotcha.
That's going to be like the main crux of a video essay I might eventually do, because like I finally figure out why is it I prefer a Silent Voice over Your Name. Both are great, and I think I've determined that like it's by design, and so I'm not going to criticize Your Name for how it ends, but I think I enjoy the ending to a Silent Voice more than Your Name.
I agree.
I have to look up the name. Like, what is this called again?
A Silent Voice, the movie, is based off a manga, and A Silent Voice is on Netflix. So if you have a Netflix subscription, there.
Yes, Netflix is where I will be getting this anime.
Hey, you know me. I'm anarchist. So I'm not encouraging nor advocating for anyone to like and get any like media any way they want to, but Silent Voice was animated by Kyoto Animations, and they did suffer that like a terrible disaster at their studios, and so I feel for them for that way, but I'm still going to support their work anyway because like I love the Silent Voice. I really enjoyed K-On! I liked Sound Euphonium, and like I like a lot of their other stuff. Like Liz and the Blue Bird. It's also a good movie too.
Are you saying you worship our capitalist overlords?
I'm
Oh
supporting
shit!
artists.
So you worship our capitalist overlords. Got it.
I guess.
Comrade
I
Swiftwind would be
worship.
so disappointed in you.
I feel like if I don't worship them, that they can like put me out onto the streets because of the threat of power.
Valid. Or arrest.
Very true. Criminal anarchy is a thing.
Especially for you.
Yes, it's the criminal anarchy is on the books in Washington State.
Do your best not to get arrested.
I usually do,
Cool.
but then well, I got the protest, but it's just like I leave when everyone asks to, part of like peaceful protesting sort of thing. Yes. So yes, I
And
saw.
ooh, the pictures are here. Okay, I can add them.
All right, and yes, I did saw Chihiro's season 3 yesterday, and I still enjoy Chihiro. Still think it's really good. If I would have one complaint about it, it's the fact that like I want more, which is not a bad problem to have. But I'm also not disappointed of like where the story ends, even though it's like if I'm not going to get any more She-Ra, yeah, that'll be part of a disappointment of where the story ends. But I know I'm just going to be a fourth season, so am interested to see how they will either continue or conclude the series in season.
I suspect that Shira and Katra are going to reconcile and get married.
I mean, where is Scorpia? Is that her name?
Yes.
Fitting.
Mm-hmm. She's a princess too.
Yeah, so
Her
it's gonna
family
be
capitulated to the Horde immediately.
so the three of them are gonna marry together.
A
Polyamory,
throuple.
nice.
Sounds lovely.
I mean, Scorpio is very loving anyway. It may take I mean, it may take some getting used to for Scorpio to like be cool with Adora, but I think for like her love for Catra, she can make.
Or maybe they're just in a polyamorous relationship structure, and so they don't need to worry about making it work because it's just how they do relationships.
No, that's true. That's true.
Okay, the first of the new movies is up.
Then for us, it takes like a
Another
20
30
seconds.
seconds.
Right, because of the delay.
Did you see that Christy Winters is learning how to use
Do
OPX?
exactly this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that.
It's
Yep,
surprisingly easy once you get past all the stuff that doesn't work.
It all works. You just have to understand how it works.
Nope. It's always the program's fault. Never mind.
Gotcha.
When in doubt, blame someone else.
Absolutely. Always.
But yeah, so because like now it's August, now officially Google Hangouts is no longer a thing, and that will in fact impact other YouTubers who love to do like streams where they invite other people on to like do talk about whatever, because that was the easy way for people to just like join into a call if you have the link to it and stuff. So. It's for doing normal YouTube like streaming and just talking. Other people can like find other ways, but for like people who have like Patreons and one of their Patreon rewards that they give their patrons is a chance to be in a monthly hangout with the content creator. Yeah, our content. And do and join them in like a live stream. That all those like YouTubers that do that, which includes Steve Shives, which includes Christian Winters, like Kevin thinks about doing that, but who knows if he'll do that now? Because he'll have to figure out how to like do this whole OBS and Discord thing in order to like host a Patreon hangout on his like YouTube channel. Now they can't call them Patreon hangouts either because we don't not using Patreon hangout the hangout software. And so
Well,
Well,
they
but
could
you're
still
still
call it a
hanging
hangout.
out. Yeah.
true, yeah, we can still call it a hangout, yeah. But yeah, now so all those now they're just going to be, and it's going to be kind of interesting. But I think like Discord, it might be the easiest one because you just like how you can like send a link to invite people onto like a call, you can send a Discord invite to invite people to join into a voice channel.
I'm actually kind of glad because Google refused to allow any other web browser besides Chrome to access Hangouts, and I don't use proprietary software, so it just kind of excluded.
Oh, dang.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, so now everybody is forced to capitulate to my desires.
Their failure to make enough money off of Hangouts has worked in your favor.
It has.
I mean, I do kind of like it when Google doesn't like make money as well because they're an evil corporate capitalist corporation, and they are a subsidiary of Alphabet, and Alphabet based in the tax haven.
My favorite thing about them is that they just like gave up on the pretense that they can like go around and say our motto is we won't be evil, um, and just like
They
completely drop the
quietly
moniker.
erased that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, you know what? That was hard.
Yeah,
We're just
evil
gonna
is a
lie it.
slightly more profitable. We're gonna go in that direction. Slightly evil direction.
I only just found out that Free was directed by the same person who did what was that anime you were talking about?
Your name?
Your name?
The other one?
Naoko Yamada. Is that her name?
Oh yeah, silent voice. Yeah.
Right. Yes. I was just going through like the stuff that she's directed, and in addition to Silent Voice, she did Free, which is one of my favorite anime series.
Nice. I should check that out then.
It's about a bunch of pretty boys who like swimming.
Oh yes, I have that one. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
I am a huge fan of anime that let me look at pretty boys and pretend that I have like an actual plot related reason to be.
So you
Have I
would love
mentioned I
Magical
like
Love
Tiger and
Gentleman.
Bunny? Probably, but have I mentioned that I like Tiger and Bunny?
Yes, you mentioned that to me. Yeah.
Yeah, completely unrelated.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Those two are together and working together. They bicker and argue. They don't get along. Um. Uh. Bartleby likes to prefer Bartleby, not Bunny, or in the Japanese, Bunny-chan. Don't call me Bunny-chan. I'm a bunny. And Tiger teases him all the time.
Right, because they're a cute gay couple.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen this yet, John?
Seen what yet?
Tiger and Bunny.
I have not. Is there a link?
It's on Netflix as well.
Ah. Well, I'm in the middle of watching She-Ra, so I mean, come on, give me a break. A break.
She-Ra is probably even gayer than Tiger and Bunny, so I'll forgive.
Yeah.
Given that there's only two. Yes, two male presenting characters in it. I'm pretty sure Bo is totally gay for Seahawk.
I have to look up these characters. I've seen 2 episodes of this show.
I've seen all the episodes.
Hey, Mr. Hunt.
Yes, hello.
I did not see the rump meeting with Nadia Murad.
Yeah, I have not seen that rump meeting either. I also have not seen the anime that you mentioned in the live chat. I have to look.
Oh, hey, Mithril Hunt. Have you added me on Discord yet?
Let's see, what else to talk about as we were waiting for Mithril Hunt to
Oh,
hear
right.
that.
My big news.
I was wondering why it's titled Big News, because it's now been 30 minutes and none of us
Yeah, at the end of the spring semester, I went ahead and left my job here in Sumter. With the current, with the community college I was working at, because my brother and I wanted to move upstate, somewhere near Greenville, because it's a bigger, nicer city, also closer to family. And on Tuesday, I got a new job. I thought I was going to have to stitch together like half a dozen little adjunct teaching jobs, but this one I got, I'll be teaching 8 classes at just the one location.
Nice.
Yeah, 8 classes a semester, spring and fall, and probably a few in the summer as well. So I'll be making, $25,000 a year, and it comes with medical, and it might segue into full-time work in the future. So I am excited about that.
Well, at least you got the benefits, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that $25,000 a year is enough for you to live off of.
Well, since I'll be living with my brother, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I live with my brothers, because I make $17 an hour, but the rent is high in the suburban areas, even in suburban areas of Seattle, and so that's why I just live with my brothers. And because of how I would be able to manage to just get by just fine, but I also financially support someone, and it's it'd be nice if I didn't if have to, or if my friend doesn't need financial support, which is why we got to get rid of capitalism. Yeah. But I'm not going to actually plan a revolution to start it, to dismantle the government, to dismantle everything, because
You're just going to
critical
start
anarchy.
murdering people individually. Yeah, we know. You're a bespoke revolutionary. Individually tailored murdered.
Right. I just post memes of me killing landlords and other stuff like that. Yeah. I'll still occasionally will argue with some liberals if I happen to be in conversation. But hey, if anyone's gonna mention, it's yeah, I saw this film about the 2008 crash. Oh yeah, the 2008 crash. Yes, okay, yeah. This is why capitalism is terrible, because there's always boom box cycles. Blah 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 blah. And hello, Marty Abernathy. Nice to see you. You have to pay
Marty.
me. You have to pay me to live with a conservative. Yeah. Actually, I'm doing that right now. I live with my younger brother, who's a gamer geeter and a Trump supporter. and I'm not
But
paid to
is
do
he
that.
paying you?
Well, he's paying
Okay,
part of the rent, so sort of.
so that kind of helps, and is like, and unless I find a cheaper 2-bedroom apartment and just like live with a roommate or just live with other roommates, it's something like that. So
You and
in a
Jamie
way,
could
yeah.
live together. Yeah. Yeah. You
Right? We
live
could live
both
together.
right next door to each other, right?
It's
Uh,
like a 3-hour drive.
yeah, I was gonna say
That's really close.
that's
Split the
not too
difference. You each
far.
have a 90-minute commute. It works.
I work from home.
Well, there you go. You should move out to wherever the geek lives.
I should move out to where like to Seattle, where I will have to pay significantly more than I can afford in rent.
Yes.
There's also sales
After you
tax in Washington
after the
State.
geek kills your
Right, I
landlord,
forgot
you won't
about
have to pay
that.
any rent.
Literally everything is more expensive there.
Exactly. And yes, we have a sales tax. That's how Washington State gets all of the their general budget for like everything. And then I think each county and each city has like it's like maybe their own taxes on top of things, or it's just like they get the portion of the Washington State budget. I don't know. I have to look it up. But that's how two of the richest people in the entire world, Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, do not have to pay any taxes in Washington State other than their own federal income tax, if they do or not, or if they have all those tax breaks. But yeah, it's always the people who's the working class, the poor and the impoverished, that the taxes are more of a burden on them than it is on rich people. What
Right,
if?
because it's based not on property but on sales.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
In
poor people spend
Oregon,
more of
we
their
do
income. They have to.
Oregon, it is we don't have a sales tax, but we do have a property tax that's pretty steep. So what ends up happening is people who own lots of property end up being the ones who pay the most in taxes. Almost like our system works better or something.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. It's tempting to move to Oregon. Hmm.
That you can own nothing here much cheaper.
That is tempting because I in my mind I'm 35 and I'm just never going to own a home. What with the if the current system is either maintained or there's not much progress in this current system as it is, I'm just never going to own a home. Probably not going to retire unless massive changes happen in both cases. And I'm fine with that. I am accepted. That's my most likely faith because I will still help out my comrades who have financial needs because I'm that kind of person.
Ugh. Ugh. A
Ugh.
landlord murdering, generous, sort of hippy dippy woo woo. You'd make me sick. You know that?
Well, I live in the
Helping
Seattle
people
area.
and murdering landlords.
Have you ever considered that murdering landlords is good though?
I have.
You make a good argument.
I'm glad that we agree.
Yeah, I agree. Property taxes are more progressive. See, Mithran said that we need it in UK as 10% of the population owns 90% of the land. Yeah.
I'm sure Boris
How's
Johnson will get right on that.
Oh, Boris Johnson. Theresa May gave the UK a BJ.
Is this true, or are we just saying things now?
Is I make a joke because Theresa May left her position as a leader of the Tory parties, if I'm correct, and so then the Tories had a leadership election competition, and Boris Johnson won, and yeah, so UK the new prime minister
I
is now
get
Boris
the
Johnson.
BJ now. Okay.
His last name is Johnson too. They call him Blojo too.
Oh, good. Of course they do.
Why would you associate something as wonderful as a blowjob with something as horrible and toxic and just all around awful as Boris Johnson?
I'm a terrible person. That's why I want to murder landlords, as we established.
You disgust me.
Wow, this just went full kink. Going straight from conservatives to blowjobs to like insulting one another. Degradation.
And that's how we do.
There's also church land in the UK. Huh.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's church land in the U.S., obviously.
True, true.
Wait, so
And
do churches have to pay taxes there? Because they don't.
they're run by the state, so probably not.
Well, not all of them.
True,
There
not
are a
all
lot
of
of
them.
religions there.
Yeah, Mithril Hunt, give us a good, quick crash course in British tax law, if you don't mind.
Yeah, just do us a favor and go over like every tiny detail of it.
So I'm pretty sure the Magna Carta means that Boris Johnson's good, actually, for some reason. Also, somehow that white people are awesome.
The more that you share about the Magna Carta, the less believable it is.
I know there's a video game called Magna Carta. It's not good.
I am not surprised. 95% of everything is crap.
What like era was it?
PS2 era.
Okay, gotcha. I never played it.
I never had either. My brother just like bought it because of like a gorgeous cover art, and he doesn't learn his lesson because that was the same reason why he bought the like anime movie Kamara, and that movie sucked.
Well, to be fair, there are so many things that I have bought purely because I saw pretty people on the cover and it just made me happy.
That's why I watched the TV show. I can't remember what it's called. Made by the same guy who made Lost. Post-apocalyptic thing. Only had 2 seasons.
Which guy made Lost?
James?
I absolutely hated that show.
J.J. Abrams.
I have my issues with J.J. Abrams.
I'm not a huge fan of J.J. Abrams. He's nowhere near as good as Quentin Tarantino.
And they're both doing wonderful things with Star Trek.
What, the Quentin Tarantino is actually doing something for Star Trek?
I don't know.
remember
I just
those
like stirring shit. I just want to make people unhappy.
It will be unhappy for me if
Revolution.
Quentin Tarantino does something with Star Trek.
Revolution was
Was
the name
it-
of the show.
Revolution. Okay, I was gonna say like I don't see that under Abrams' IMDb page, but
It's down
it
there.
Alien?
You have to scroll down a bit. It only had 2 seasons. But, my thing is, if you want me to watch a show, having a pretty girl front and center holding a crossbow, not a bad idea.
I take it you play a demon hunter in Diablo.
That is actually my current character. I've been playing through all of them.
I knew it.
But I started with Monk and then Paladin and Witch Doctor. I'm just sort of working my way down the list.
Demon Hunter is probably one of my favorites, but
I'm not loving it too much. I'm having trouble getting used to it.
I really, really like the Witch Doctor, but it's super racist.
Yes, it is.
I just really like the mechanics of um,
Hmm.
having like a summoner clause. Uh, I don't really like the necromancer as much.
I have not played a necromancer because I haven't shelled out the extra bucks to get that yet. I will be right back. You two keep talking about like anime and stuff. Ooh, talk about End of Tomorrow and killing Tom Cruise over and over again.
I have not seen him tomorrow. And it's like, do I hate Tom Cruise enough to watch him just like be killed over and over and over and over and over again? I mean, it's like I can see the appeal of that.
I feel like I saw this movie with my ex.
Hmm.
We went to it repeatedly because it was a bad movie and it was playing everywhere, and like it was one of those things that we could just go to over and over again and make fun of through the whole movie and nobody complained about it.
Mm. So there's that. So I guess like for how bad it is, I could watch it and enjoy it. Hmm.
Edge of Tomorrow, that's it.
Edge of Tomorrow. Okay.
I thought it was End of Tomorrow for some reason. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is what I watched.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just like yeah, I definitely agree that like Tom Cruise is just like way too pretty, way too good looking, and it's like how he still is can be an action hero at the age that he is. As yeah, I agree. Missile Hunt is like very conflicted about like Tom Cruise, and I do enjoy the Mission Impossible movies. Yeah, actually, even like the last one, it was like even though that trailer is just so ridiculous when like the Harold. Yeah, Henry's Cavill's character just like does the fist pump, just like they have a sound effect and the poof, poof, like he's actually loading the guns. I was half expecting that to actually show up in the actual movie. That's not how it happened. And actually they framed that like scene in the trailer so differently because like and Henry Cavill's character wasn't fighting Tom Cruise in that scene. That was much later on in the movie, but still it's like but yeah, I hate Scientology just because for how what they do to their parishioners. If it like I not inherently hate all religions, I just hate the bad parts of it. Fundamentalism for sure. And Scientology is just like how it treats its participants horribly in some cases or brainwashes them is that'll be my problems with it.
Yeah, so my big problem with uh like Scientology is their weird um like it's the same problem that certain other churches have, where there is a huge amount of emphasis on extracting finances from the people who rely on them for emotional stability, essentially. And that is such a disgusting system to exist under, you know?
Agreed. Yeah, that part of it is like yeah, that's a definite problem with it. There's also I don't like Scientology also seems to like put it in there or seems to be in part of its tenets of like no, don't get like external health from like psychologists, or like don't take a pill to like make yourself better. You can like you can improve yourself just through our process and all. And I'm just like, but that's not good for a lot of people. And if people seriously do have like mental health issues, they should see a professional and get like therapy and get all that sort of stuff. You can't just pray all that way. You have to like understand the condition as is. Now, I'm speaking as someone who's just neurally typical, so I don't have any personal experience with mental illness.
Yeah,
I
Scientology is more nakedly abusive than most religions, but it's not like it's different in that respect. It's just more
Yeah,
visible in what it
yeah. I
does.
was gonna say it's frustrating how Scientology essentially, hey Lex, Scientology essentially like presents itself as a uh,
Something new.
active competitor, like in a business sense, to mental health and mental health treatment.
I do agree with that. They're taking away our business.
Because a lot of religions do essentially function on the idea of people using them instead of healthy coping mechanisms to deal with difficult things in life.
Hmm.
Um, but they just they straight up approach it as a business competing with the industry of mental health treatment. And it's
Yep.
kind of crazy.
They do kind of like advertisement of take our stress test, take our IQ tests, and wow, yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it and frame it. Yeah, makes total sense.
Well, what's his nuts? L. Ron Hubbard. He um, had mental health issues, but of course, this was back in the day when having mental health issues was even more heavily stigmatized than today. So he rejected that and said, no, no, they're the ones who are crazy. And then he worked that into his little cult, which he started as a money making scheme.
I mean, hell,
It's never not going to be hilarious to me that people just don't think about the fact that he was literally a sci-fi.
No, he was a war hero. That's what he was.
It's like Jediism, but like unironic.
yes, yes, yes. And yet, some people kind of thought, what if I decide to like take my values or my principles from like this fictional writing? Then again, I just realized, like, hold on, there's subjectivism and ran bots. So yes, people do that, and
All the time.
yes. So I guess it just has to be the right kind of fiction, or they just have to be good principles and good values. Then I
Yeah,
hope
it
that people
needs to
would.
be. It needs to be horror fiction.
So people
Hmm.
should get their values from Scream?
From
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no. From
Lovecraft.
Silent Hill.
From Lovecraft. He had some
Yes.
good moral values, right?
Yeah, Lovecraft was really great about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like gender and race and
The Jews.
yeah, all those things.
One
Yeah,
time,
no.
the villain in Lovecraft's thing was just a black woman. That was his Eldritch Abomination.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, actually, Miserable Hunt. Yeah, it's, I did had a friend that like did like spend time with like family in like Idaho, or Montana, one of those places, and they did try to like convert him, and he. And he's sure that like he has these thoughts and these kind of like thoughts of in his mind, but like this relatives that were fundamentalists did say like that's the devil trying to like trick you, and you have to be a Christian, a good Christian, in order to be saved. And it's just like, oh god, I had a conversation with them. They send me the Passion of Christ to try to convert me.
That's such a bad way to do that.
Yes, I hated that movie. I hated Jesus Chainsaw Massacre. And yet I do honestly think, okay, no, this movie is still salvageable, just like in the last half act of the movie, which is like which is the 30 minutes or like 60 minutes long like bloodbath of Jesus suffering. To just cut each of those scenes by 50% and then edit it down, and it'll be more tolerable. But still, the end all be all of Jesus movies is because even after all that, Passion of Christ still would not be a good Jesus movie, because the end all be all of Jesus movies is the Last Temptation of Christ.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the gay porn where he gives hand jobs with the holes in his hands.
Oh.
This is my body.
Now, the second best of Jesus movie will be the comedy version of Monty Python Live.
That one is
that is a
excellent
good
as well.
one. Yeah. I still say we should go back to Saw and Hostel for our moral value.
Because Ethan, no wait, Saw was someone else, but like Hostile, that was Eli Roth. Yes, he is a very good, very moral, very principled guy that you like to hang out with and chat politics with. Yes.
I'm sure.
I think we should go to 7. Anything we can do to make Brad Pitt cry.
Oh my god.
And
what's in
if
the
Kevin
box?
Spacey dies, so much the better.
What's in the box? That's like the foundation of our religion now. What's in the box?
And nobody knows. You're not allowed to look in the box or we kill you. Curiosity killed the parishioner.
Mm-hmm. Now you know about Pandora.
I actually just want to start a pagan religion.
Or the myth?
I want to start a pagan religion based on the worship of Asherah. Asherah.
I would be surprised.
Whatever the female goddess that Judaism tried to kill.
I would be surprised if there wasn't already like at least one relatively like healthy, sizable religion that is founded on specifically that.
Did we just define the Art of the Covenant? Maybe. Except that it's a cardboard box. Yeah, I agree.
And it only kills Nazis.
It doesn't only kill Nazis.
Well, all fash.
It kills
and
all people.
and what's his name? Indiana Jones, because he was kind of a rapist. But Marion would have been okay.
Kind of is a little more polite than he deserved.
Yeah, he was definitely a rapist.
Yeah.
And kind of a pedophile. Although that's ambiguous.
I was going to say, like, not only was he a rapist, but he was not very discriminate about it.
I mean, we only know that he had sex with one person. She calls herself a child, and we know that Lucas and Spielberg joked about her being 12, but she might have been saying she was like 18, 19, so who knows?
Right.
But yeah, Indiana Jones deserved
totally
to get his
appropriate
face melted.
then.
Yep. Indy deserved
it's totally
to get
appropriate.
belted.
When you're an established university professor in their like 40s, 50s, and you are hitting on an 18-year-old, that's fine.
We're talking, well, no, James Bond is explicitly rapey.
Yeah, I say James Bond is like
Indy is
James Bond
aggressive.
commits rape on screen.
Yes,
Yes.
Octopussy.
And also no, also like Golden Finger.
Oh
A
yeah.
number of times. Yeah, he's just awful.
Yeah, he is a serial rapist on screen. So
James Bond's just a straight up misogynist. Even like Craig Daniels says that about his character.
Misogynist, imperialist. He's everything wrong with what the white people like. He is white culture and what's wrong with it. All at once.
okay, according to Karen Allen, she was supposed to be 16 or 17 when she was with Indiana. So
Ew.
Ew.
they met when she was 15.
Ew.
Yeah.
He was friends with her dad.
Yeah, that makes it fine then. Never mind.
Well, I'm just saying that's how he groomed her.
Oh, gross.
And Kingdom of the Crystal Skull made it all okay because they got married.
Right, because girls forcing to marry their rapist is not like a thing that doesn't happen.
Nope, definitely never happens.
And yeah, Renegade Cut also did like a good video on like a James Bond. I'm gonna link it into
That's what I
the.
was recalling with the imperialism and racism and rapism. I'm guessing that the new James Bond will be totally lesbian, just like Atomic Blonde.
What was the movie after Raiders? Was that Temple of Doom or was that the
Yep, Temple of Doom, where he went to India and saved the brown people from themselves. And then he went to. Then it was Last Crusade, then Crystal Skull. Yeah.
that makes sense? Because Last Crusade was the one with his dad, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And that's the one where his dad groomed a girl significantly younger than him.
Yes.
But it's okay because she was secretly a Nazi.
Yeah, and she was also. Well, she was a doctor. But yeah, she was probably in her mid 20s.
Yeah,
But she was a Nazi,
in...
and that's what makes it okay. She seduced him, not the other way around.
Right, because female sexuality is evil, just like Nazism.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be controlled and, put in cages. Nice cages. Gilded cages, in fact.
You're going to put me in a gilded cage?
Yep. Like something out of She-Ra with a floating bed and a waterfall.
Oh my god.
Yes, Mithra Hunt. Mithra Hunt is apologizing on the world on behalf of the UK for Bond.
I don't accept your apology, Mithril. You have to do more.
And I do agree
We demand tiny sandwiches.
And yeah, the depiction of indigenous people in all the Indiana Jones movies was quite the spectacle. Yes, it was.
See, Raiders of the Lost Ark had the probably Amazonian tribes.
Mm-hmm.
Last Crusade had Sala. Sala. I said no camels. That's 5 camels. Can't you count?
Yeah, that was... Jesus Christ, those are incredibly misogynistic movies.
Yes. This is why cishet white men should stop writing and directing movies.
This is why cishet white men should just stop. End of sentence.
True. John Markman, just stop.
John, you're done. We
I am
canceled you.
participating in a very minimal way. You know me.
Okay. I appreciate your contribution to not contributing.
I mean, John Markman's also not like it's not breeding either. So there's that.
And I'm criticizing the other cishet white dudes. Yesterday, I spent a long time telling a guy he was racist. It was fun.
Did he believe you ever, or was it one of those
No,
gophers?
no. He's a guy who called himself Private Jets for Jesus. And I just kept
Was
telling him
this
he was
like
racist
the
over
time
and over
that
again.
I spent 2 hours on Twitter talking to a cis dude about how he was being a trans?
No, because you were actually trying to educate. I was just having fun telling this guy over and over he was racist.
Gotcha. You were just being a dick to him. That's valid.
I mean, he came in to criticize Steve Shives for calling Trump supporters racist, so I just kept calling him racist.
Well, there are.
I mean, I mixed it up. I called him racist in different ways with different lead-ins, but I just kept calling him racist.
Aren't you a moderator for Steve?
Yeah, but this was on Twitter. I don't have power on Twitter.
Gotcha. So Steve already had him blocked, is what you're saying.
Yes. He came in, he was all stupid about supporting Trump, and so I started calling him racist, and Steve blocked him. That's Twitter.
Oh gosh, the not all man.
No, yes, all men.
Yes, all men. Yes, all white people. Yes, all cis people. Yes, all hets. It's yes, all. Every of.
Yes, every single person who is not marginalized in every single way deserves death.
So eventually the world will consist of a single black, disabled, trans, lesbian, left-handed, red-haired, Native American, Muslim immigrant in a wheelchair.
And
Wait a minute, what? MB too.
And be lesbian.
Yes.
But if she will be,
there's probably a large population of people who fit all of those, to be honest.
True. And if they're their last ones, then
also have to be poor.
Yeah, there's
and
that.
neurodivergent.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that if they have all of those things going against them in the modern patriarchal society we live in, they're...
Yep. Absolutely.
You're probably not going to run into a CEO ever with that many marginalized identities.
Yep.
You won't run into a CEO with more than one.
Oh,
ace
Lexi
lesbian,
is
yes.
right. An ace lesbian who is an...
Oh, yes. Because if they are all those things, then they're at the top of the pyramid of the intersectional hierarchy.
They win the Olympics, the oppression Olympics.
Right, which is a good thing.
And they will become the real Hitler, the Mecha Hitler.
They will have all of those privilege points.
They will win every argument, and we will descend into the tyranny of outrage.
Yes, because oppression points is how we know that somebody is of value in our society.
Yep. They hold all the cards. The race card, the woman card. They have all the cards. Checkmate.
That's how modern education works.
They're the ones who are really in charge. It's not... Oh, I forgot. She also has to be Jewish. Jewish, Muslim, Native American immigrant. Ace trans. lesbian indie.
Non-binary. Yes, top of the intersectional hierarchy pyramid. Because I actually read that somewhere. It was from a Twitter account of SJW language to English translation.
That sounds like a person who definitely knows what they're talking about and is not an asshole.
It was actually amazing that out of the 57 points that they made in that Twitter account, it was only until like point 14 that we suspect that they might be fascy, and it was only until like point 28. Okay, that's confirmed. They're Yes, if you want to know who is in charge, ask who you can't make fun of. Yes, Lexar. Yes, Lexi. That is very true. Because apparently, if you're not allowed to be a dick to people in this world, then there's something wrong with the world. I mean, you can't even tell a joke anymore in this world.
No, you cannot. And honestly, why can't you just commit a little bit of rape? Is that really so wrong? Just a little bit. A little bit. Just a smidgen. Well, I killed the chat.
You killed the
This
chat.
white guy killed the chat. That's how it works.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
what's this that you just posted?
Where?
Half an hour ago, apparently.
Oh yeah, The Magical Love Gentleman. It's a fictional manga in the questionable
It's not a
content universe.
manga.
It's
What did you
not
say?
real, no. Manga and TV show or anime. Magical Love Gentleman. That there is Sasuke-kun. Sasuke. Sasuke-kun. He is dressed in a suit, and he has collars and cuffs and a tie, but no shirt.
Are you sure it's not Sasuke-kun? Or Sasuke-kun? Because there's a lot of like silent U's, especially following an S.
Yes.
Yeah, probably I speak all the Japanese, and I am screwing up on purpose. Yes.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Magical.
Thank you for demonstrating that so that we could explain this to our audience.
Yes. Got to give you the chance to womansplain and transplain. But yeah, it's a yaoi manga about high school boys, magical high school boys, I think.
Well, I do love yaoi manga, so I appreciate the link. They are a little young for me, though.
Yeah, not in Japan.
That doesn't make me more comfortable, but thank you.
Yeah, because that's kind of the thing for like some anime fans. I like to watch anime, but I like to watch anime of like adult characters, and mostly it's just because like there's just so many like anime about like high school characters that's what's the market, but that's the target audience of anime watchers in Japan as well, or the target audience of the mangas that are popular enough to be turned into anime as well as it is. So yeah, that's why there's like plenty of people that are like, I will want to watch like anime of adults, and yeah, and and sometimes it's also like in the porn there's like, I like to watch adults doing it. Can we have that or more of that?
Did you ever look at I should send you a rip. Not that I am condoning piracy or engaging in piracy or enabling piracy, but of that yaoi that I was talking about the other day that has no rape. there are adult characters in it too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I definitely will. Did you get a chance to peek at it yourself, or is this going to be all new?
What were we talking about now?
Sensitive pornograph. Which, yeah, all of y'all in chat listening, what next time you feel like looking at some gay boys like doing it on each other in animated form, but don't want any raping going on, check out Sensitive Pornograph. It's a good one.
Piracy
There's
is good
a-
praxis, Lexi.
Piracy is great praxis, yeah.
Support
Remember to
independent
enable
artists and
in
fuck
addition to
the corporations.
participating.
Cut corporations through piracy.
Always remove DRM from everything that you own and find places to upload.
Yes.
That is a thing I definitely know how to do and could do all the time.
I can give you a tutorial. And yes, Lexi is very interested in praxis.
And Jamie,
It's my favorite kind of yoga.
And yes, I love to learn all about this fangled technology thing because, like, people think that I like know more than like do, but that's because like I use computers all the time, as compared to people who don't use computers all the time. But I like to learn more. And screw DRM.
Yeah, I'll teach both of you how to do your hackerings, and then you just like the only payment that I require is that you also teach people how to do the hackering.
I can easily do that. Yes. So what else also happened this week? Because like there was like a second round of Democrat debates for presidential candidates. I did not.
Biden called Harris kid,
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
and she did not light him on fire with the power of her brain, which was strange.
Okay, see if she does do that, like light people on on fire with the power of her brain, then that'll be like, I still wouldn't want her as president because geez, that's scary. Oh God, and she has the power of like executive office too. Oh, geez.
I mean, I'd be okay with her lighting people on fire if it weren't for the fact that she'd probably, as district attorney, light trans people on fire, which is bad.
Yes, that's still my problem. And who knows if the mainstream media will actually like ask her a hardcore question about that.
Almost certainly not.
But they'll ask all the hard questions of Bernie Sanders. And it's not that I'm saying we shouldn't ask hard questions of our potential presidential candidate, but it's just like the question, the veracity of the behind the questions is uneven to the candidates. Favoritism.
Lexi says that she only uses Dogecoin and Garlic Coin for payment. So if you don't accept payments in Dogecoin, expect to have your things pirated. It's basically your fault.
I don't listen to what like Nazi Barbie Tommy Lawrence and says. So yeah, she can say what she wants and be incredibly wrong, yes. But like
And she will occasionally say something about how her side's policy makes her life difficult and painful, and then they will beat the shit out of her for a little while, and she will know not to talk about that subject again. Like when she
That
said, yeah,
is
we
a
should have access to
frustratingly
birth control,
common.
and they punished her. Or we should be able to get abortions, and they punished her.
What was that, Jamie?
That is a frustratingly common thing to see
Mm-hmm.
in women activists in the right now,
Yep.
where they say something like, "I am a person and deserve to be treated that way," and then everybody just shits all over them for like a month.
Yep. Happened to Lauren Southern a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, it's because the fashy women want to just doing a little bit of feminism amongst their ranks, and they get shat on because you can't challenge the institutional power of the cis white men.
No, they are actively fighting for them to have that power and to maintain that power. They just don't want to lose the few privileges that they are currently shitting on.
Yep.
So in order to keep the power that they have, they will just like, okay, I have to say only these things because that's where the most of the people that I interact with like me to say. That's what they want me to say. So I'll continue saying these things. And but yet apparently we're the snowflakes.
Well, no, they're definitely the snowflakes. You can tell because they're all white.
Yes, most of them.
Except for the token. Token here, token there. God, I hate
Token
those.
everywhere.
No, no, just here and there. They don't have that many black
That
and
makes
brown folks.
sense.
Or women.
Yeah, true. I mean,
Like the
honestly, when your whole thing is how bad black and brown people are, I would imagine you would struggle with that, yeah.
the occasional image, black Americans for Trump, and the booth is entirely staffed by white people.
Women for Trump, and it's all men working there,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Which is funny to me because there actually were a fuckload of white women who voted for Trump, and yet they
Yeah,
still struggled.
53%.
Yeah, and they still struggle to find women who would be willing to like put their like face to like supporting.
Well, there is that the one song by that like country singing group that's like white women. It kind of like
the
starts.
the folk song.
Yeah, that folk song. Yes, it's like tough life being liberal or something like that. I don't know. I didn't. I never listened to it. It was all. I only like remember seeing it on like Carl Mess has strike through video. What link did you just post into the
Oh, it's a
into the
link to
left?
the tweet. I never thought leopards would eat my face, sobs woman who voted for the Leopards Eating People's Faces party.
Ah,
Referring to
yes.
our talk about tokens and how, they always get, eventually the fash, once they have used them up, they will kill them. Just like Rum, the gay Nazi, was in charge of the SS, I think, and then got, put down once Hitler had consolidated power and no longer needed his gay friend.
We're the Socialist Party. Night of Long Knives. Kill all the social.
Yeah, Lexi and I were just talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
So anything else happened this week?
Almost certainly, but I've been kind of busy driving upstate and back. Um, Trump did a racism. Probably. Just guessing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is. I can tell you right now that is true, but I've stopped listening to him. So
I haven't been like following the news. Yeah, I just like do my own thing. I mean, I've been meaning to like guess follow like certain developments about like our upcoming election, but it's just like until the Iowa caucus like happens, I was like, uh, honestly, I don't know if there's going to be like anything that's going to be said by any of the candidates that will like sway me to like vote for this person, vote for that person. So going,
isn't the monster raving loony party as the only party that is as popular as Carl Benjamin
More popular.
in UK
They outpolled
politics?
UKIP.
not surprised.
Oh yeah, the Reagan recordings. They finally released the bit about Reagan talking to Nixon now that Reagan is dead. Turns out Reagan was a little bit racist.
A
Really?
little.
Maybe that's why he did all of that racist policy.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if he was a homophobe too.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think
Yeah,
the
that
fact that
does
he
seem like a
ignored
bit
the
of a
AIDS
stretch.
crisis and let gay people die and laughed about it, that was just an accident. He slipped.
Right, yeah. And, the fact that he explicitly said that AIDS is punishment for gays existing. Yeah, it was
That was an
probably just like
accident. He
a
didn't mean to say
miswording.
that.
Yeah.
People were shitty in the 80s. I think I think Susan Flutie wrote a whole book about it called Backlash. It's which I
I,
do
I
have.
wanna I wanna point out that people weren't shitty in the 80s. People with power
Everything
were
was
shitty
shitty
in
in
the
the 80s.
there are still people who are shitty today, and there have been ever since and before, but we need to just stop like giving them all of the authority.
No, 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 no. We got to like vote in the right people and give them all the power to make the changes, and they will make the changes that we. Because apparently that's how it works.
Once we put the really, really rich bigots in power, they'll be nice to everyone. That's how it works.
Yes, the system doesn't need to be fixed; it just be managed properly. We got to get the right people in power to do that. And I'm actually reading a book that like where one guy was a conservative guy. One guy thinks that like the best way to like solve all the problems with the world is just have Steve Jobs or someone like Steve Jobs to have supreme power.
Wait, what? Steve Jobs gets supreme power?
Yes,
Well, his wife does, because he's dead now.
yes, he said now because he thinks he can. He knows better to cure his cancer than doctor. That's what I heard.
Well,
Steve
honestly,
Jobs.
I think he just had a really aggressive form of cancer. But yeah, he was probably stupid and shitty about it. But when you're really, really rich, you can be stupid and shitty and get good medical care in addition to being stupid and shitty.
Right, I was gonna say, when you're like extremely rich, you're so used to being stupid and shitty working out for you that you probably just don't think twice about it.
Yeah, Winston Churchill just like makes a quote that you're almost like, wait a minute, is this Hitler or this Churchill? And some of them are in fact Churchill.
Yep. Churchill opposed Hitler not because he was opposed to fascism, but because he was opposed to other people's fascism.
I mean, do like rich people need health insurance? They're rich. They just like just get all the benefits of the world as
Right, I was gonna say, if you can afford not to get health insurance, a lot of the times you just don't. It's
Yeah.
often cheaper for people to not have insurance and then just pay for it if and when they get sick. Otherwise, insurance providers would go out of business.
Mm-hmm. Insurance providers should go out of business.
Oh, I
Insurance
agree.
shouldn't
I
be a
am
thing.
definitely, yes. I think that we should get rid of money. And, for some reason, that probably would make insurance and, banking and industries like that just not exist anymore.
But
I
we
mean,
should
what do
also
we?
not have rich people. Jonathan,
Yeah,
Yes.
I
start murdering them.
agree. Guillotines are a good thing.
Well, I don't know. I think the guillotine's too good for them. Couldn't we make it slower and more painful?
Wood
Lethal
chippers are
injection.
wonderful.
I
But you have
mean,
to
if
do it foot first.
yeah.
Yes.
Then again, lethal injection is probably just too humane. Botch lethal injection. There we go. That's the law.
Well, so the problem with lethal injection is um, that it implies that I care enough to like actually stick them with a needle individually instead of just throwing them in mass into a wood chipper.
No, a vat of boiling acid. Not boiling acid. Just acid.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. Sorry, I just had the Schumacher Batman movie like appear in my brain.
Oh, with like where Harvey Dent gets like splash of acid.
Um, the one where it's Batman is saving who was it even? I don't remember that filled that container with boiling acid.
Not sure. Probably Dent. And he was
Probably the
probably trying to
Joker.
punish the person who hurt him.
Wait a minute. Joe Schumacher did Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. He was Tim Burton.
Yeah, this is
And
not the
Two-Face
Burton
was
one.
in Batman Forever.
Okay, so it was that one.
I think. Yeah, it was
Yes.
Two-Face and Riddler.
Yes.
Right,
Found it.
Riddler was who I was thinking, not the Joker. I don't know Batman. Don't
It's
expect me
fine.
to know your weird nerd comic stuff.
Besides, it's okay to avoid DC. Many like the fanboys in DC are to do broadcast.
Yeah, I avoid Marvel too, so.
Yeah, they're better, and I don't read comics anyway, but it's like I guess it's like I like Marvel a bit more because DC has like heroes that you look up to, well, Marvel has heroes that you can relate to.
I don't
I
know.
think
I relate to Superman and the way he hates people and doesn't like helping them.
I
That's really
didn't like
relatable.
that Superman very well.
Yeah, Man of Steel is a terrible movie. Unlike SJA, which is a really fun movie.
Can we all just agree that Schneider's the worst?
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, he shouldn't
Yep.
exist.
I mean, shouldn't exist. I don't know if how I feel about that, but
Zack
he
Schneider
should
is
be
bad praxis.
tortured to death. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool. Iron Man and Iron Fist are horrible. I agree.
Rich,
I won't argue.
white, douche bros.
Batman.
Batman is fascist.
Yeah. I don't. What you need is the Beyond Bat.
Oh, the old, bitter, old, cranky, like Bruce. Or no, you
Or
No,
do you mean
no.
Terry Terry McGillis?
Whatever his name is.
Terry McGinnis.
McGinnis.
Or what is his name? The really who worked with Batman and then got better than Batman and decided that killing was fine because he knows
Nightwing?
Nightwing.
Yeah, Dick Grayson, the first Robin, the second Robin being Jason Todd, who got killed by the Joker, who was at one time in that comic or during that timeline, an ambassador to Saudi Arabia. Yes, that was a thing. Comics are weird. And then the third one being Tim Drake. But just like the previous Robin, Dick Grayson, when Tim Drake grew up and no longer became a sidekick to like Batman, he became his own superhero. So he became Red Robin, and whenever I think of like Red Robin, I think yum.
Oh my god.
Red Robin. Yum.
Yum.
What kind of food would you even say Red Robin made?
I'm guessing. I always thought it was just like an Applebee's thing, just burgers
Nope,
and
it's
pasta.
burgers. They focus on burgers.
It's just a burger joint?
It's just a burger joint.
A fancy
Okay, I
burger
was gonna
joint.
say, I know every
They have
time I go
plates.
there, I get a like veggie burger from.
And
But
how
that's
is that?
true of a lot of places.
Well, yes.
Yeah, they have pretty good veggie burgers. I guess they have their own patties that are made by their own presumably factory food workstation.
Yeah. It's not like a black bean burger, is it? Or vegan? Because I'm
I don't
interested in
think
trying to.
it's I don't think it's black bean. I think it's actually soy based. I can double check.
Okay. Batman is all the privilege, yes. And the state, no borders, no state, and burgers.
It makes me really uncomfortable like how um not a thing, not a problem it is that Bruce Wayne is an eccentric old billionaire who repeatedly has like young boys just kind of stay with him.
Yeah, that's the 50s.
Then again, there's also like Orphan Annie.
Mm-hmm. Just
Read the
old
original
men were
comic.
allowed to do that sort of thing, I guess.
Rich old men, yes.
Rich men.
I'm going to adopt you. Well, he's a rich man. He can do whatever he wants. That's how the world works. The golden rule is he who has the gold makes the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Have you did you know that in the United States before gay marriage was legal, in order to
They would often adopt one another, or one would
yeah,
adopt the other.
exactly, because that gives you the ability to like visit one another in the hospital and stuff.
And make decisions about end of life and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Stuff like that. Stuff that's very important if it's somebody who is like a lifelong partner of yours to be able to do, but was explicitly prevented for gay people, more or less. Like that was the
Yeah. Yeah, without gay marriage, it took like thousands of dollars in multiple trips to various government offices just to try and cobble together a few of the rights that people get automatically with marriage.
It's really frustrating talking to people who just like are like, well, why is it such a big deal?
Oh man, And if nowadays, if you say, okay, we're going to have to check your privilege, they are just so, some of those people are just so vehemently resistant to that notion. They'll probably just like shut down once they hear that because of the discourse.
Yay.
Yay, social media for like making everything like worse and better at the same time.
Yay.
Which is why like those media companies should be like publicly owned. Even some of the conservatives agree with that when they get banned by those platforms. I'm banned from this. Oh my god, the government needs to step in and like publicize like all these things. It should be run like a public utility. How dare they ban? What else happened this week?
I can't remember anything. See, cops are bad. We should all love the Charter of Kartenberg? Kartenberg? Hold on, I'll look it up. It'll take me a minute to find it, though.
Okay, so it's super hidden on the Red Robin menu, but I was able to find that it is quinoa-based patties. Sorry for disappearing and like running off to find that.
That's perfectly okay. We just randomly invited you here anyway because like Tom and Donald's so no show and not returning messages. Well, we only sent one, and Julie did like say that she was exhausted, so she didn't want to like that she didn't have the spoons to like join us, which is fine.
Are you saying that I am like your third choice?
Oh, shit.
Well, it's like you happen to be like around, so he said, "Hey."
Oh, God, don't put it that way. That's even worse.
Sorry.
It's the Charter of Kortenberg is what I was thinking of. A highly democratic charter, much, much better than the Magna Carta. And it was passed in the best year ever, 1312. 1312. ACAB.
1312 is a wonderful, wonderful number, and
And
I'm
the
just gonna
first,
I'm gonna drop that right there.
and the Charter of Kortenberg is a constitution that explicitly gave democratic power to everyone in Kortenberg. Well, rich and poor alike. Probably just men, though.
Did y'all see the thing?
What thing?
Oh, I dropped a link in there. Right
Oh,
next
so you
to
did.
yours.
Chloroform. That is very true to life.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's see.
So that's the thing.
Yep.
Of course, it's on the Chapo Trap House, like Reddit.
Yep. That was also what I was thinking. I respect your opinion to murder minority.
I mean, I mean, what is freedom but not freedom to do that?
Can you really be free if you're not free to kill minorities? Only minorities.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not if you're a minority. No.
No, no. I mean, do they really count? I mean, if they were real people, then they would be the majority. They would have more votes. Obviously, the fact that
This
they're a
is
minority
me.
means
This
God
is
doesn't
me
like them.
we're talking about. This is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Man, I have so many tabs open because of all of our conversations, including one for sensitive porn.
Oh my god.
I don't
Did
know
you just
why
like
it's.
bring up like a page for it? What even comes up when you Google that?
Google what now?
I use DuckDuckGo actually, and for just like generally just sensitive paragraph, whatever. There's an OVA of it, and there's an English sub of it that you can find in play.
Yeah, and you can get English subs too. It is not. It has no official English subs, but like I can get.
Yeah, my oldest brother became an anime fan once he found out about BitTorrents and fan.
Yeah, there you go. Fan subs are great.
Exactly. I mean, I do support the official release if I have the money.
The OVA is really good.
Now check it out then. Later, not right now.
You sure?
Oh,
Like the three of
Jesus.
us can just sit down and watch it right now.
We
Do,
were
do you want
kind
to?
of. Well, we're also broadcasting live to YouTube.
Right? Yeah, exactly. John, do you want to
What's up?
watch Explicit Yaoi with us on YouTube streaming?
Um, Not really. I prefer Yuri.
Are you sure?
I mean, Yuri on Ice is a thing.
Yeah, then we
um,
both get what we want. Because then there are multiple Yuris, and it's actually none of us get what we want because the yaoi is incredibly off-screen and queerbaity, and the Yuris aren't even like lesbian.
ugh.
True, no lesbians in the show.
Oh, I think there is a lesbian. I think what's his name is the girl he trained with. She's a lesbian.
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah,
just
I
go watch
remember.
Shoujo Sect.
What?
Shoujo Sect. It's a Japanese adult Yuri manga series written and illustrated by manga author Ken Kurogane.
Okay, I didn't know about that one.
It's
Shoujo sect,
explicit.
innocent
Yes.
lovers.
Yep, that's the one.
Shoujo secto.
The kids from Covington Catholic School, the ones who harassed the Native Americans, they're suing Elizabeth Warren for defamation.
Of course they would. Well, maybe it's because like after their first lawsuit against Washington
New
Post for
York
two hundred
Times
fifty million
and the
dollars,
Washington.
New
Oh
York
no, just
Times.
the Washington Post.
Right. Since that one was like just thrown out by the judge, they're probably just like trying to sue as like anyone else, so that like well they can get for them just standing in front of that Native American guy smugly, as like other people just like do horribly insensitive.
Smirking while his friends are being incredibly racist and aggressive. Yeah.
Yes. All while they were at a pro-life rally. So still screw.
Mm-hmm. Fuck all of it. Fuck all of it. Watch gay AF manga.
I just
And
added Shoujo
anime.
Sec. This looks really cute. I just added it to my watch list.
I think it has ghosts and mistress play and incest and other stuff. I don't know. I've never actually watched it.
Okay, well, at least one of those is slightly concerning.
The fact that it's set in a high school is probably going to be your biggest concern.
Okay,
I
that's
think
another concerning thing. Cool.
I
Oh,
think it's at a high school.
okay. Just read the synopsis. These two young girls met on a playground. I might want to remove this from my watch list.
I think that's backstory.
It's the childhood friend trope.
Okay, that makes me feel a little less uncomfortable, but it's like that's a little concerning.
The story
Oh,
revolves
they
around the
shared
main
it.
protagonists. They have known each other since childhood. Fell in love the first day they met. Now enrolled in an all-girl high school. Momoko has forgotten about the past, but Shinobu has not.
Okay, so they kissed 10 years ago, I guess, in a playground, and then didn't see each other. That's actually really cute. Let me just double check that it was not directed by a dude.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, Lex. Kill la Kill is definitely has some uncomfortable parts of it. Yeah, I still really enjoy Kill la Kill. I do actually recommend it for people, but I can understand how it's like very hard to watch for many people for many different.
I know nothing about Kill la Kill.
All I know about Kill la Kill is that
It's got
supposedly
girls
it's
in it.
about young, very young girls, and they are highly sexualized.
Yep.
And they have giant swords for some reason.
Half of a scissor.
Because it's anime. That's why.
Well, yeah. Well, Shoujo Sect doesn't have giant swords.
I don't
Both-
believe you.
Both shows also don't have giant robots, and Letter Ano is definitely not going to watch something unless it has giant robots.
You see, that's
I wonder
really
if she'd
funny
watch
to
something
me
that had giant
because-
robots fucking. Anyway, you said, Jamie?
No, it's gone. You just, my brain is now empty.
Robots fucking empty her brain.
I guess you could say the robots fucked my brains out.
Well, I know Chuck Tingle has definitely written stuff about robots fucking him in the butt.
Chuck Tingle has written things about a lot of things fucking each other in the.
I don't know who Chuck is.
He's a
Chuck
comedy.
Tingle is a synonymous author of gay niche erotica.
He does mostly like comedy erotica that's queer, gay, like cis male queer.
He has dozens of publications. Gay T-Rex
And they
Law
all-
Firm, Executive Boner, Seduced by Dr. Bigfoot, Professor T-Rex Teaches Me Gayness, Pounded
Like
in the
I
Butt
said,
by My Leaked
comedy
Mashley
erotica.
Addison Data. Slammed in the Butt by my Hugo Award nomination.
No.
Pounded in the butt by the sentient
Okay.
manifestation of my own ignorant climate change denial.
Oh, wow. Climate change is fucking him. Huh.
Not pounded in the butt by anything, and that's okay.
and I see he acknowledges that it's okay not to want things pounded in his.
Pounded in the butt by being pounded in the butt by. He's very meta.
Yeah, Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt is definitely one of his books too.
Canada pounds my butt and covers my pancakes with real maple syrup in an erotic way. Also, it is delicious.
Oh wow! This is happens when the show goes on too long and we don't have topics to talk about. We talk
Pounded in
about
the
like
butt by
something
my
that
book. Pounded in the butt by my 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 own butt.
Oh.
So yeah, that's Chuck Tingle.
I'm glad I know that this exists. Then I guess.
Oh right, did he ever do robots? Nope, he just does Bigfoot and dinosaur stuff, and metaconceptual sentient awarenesses.
Never, not even once, done a like mecha version of getting pounded in the butt by his own butt.
Nope, dinosaurs, Bigfoot, the state of California, dinosaur social media followers, the fear of his latent gayness. No robots. Loch Ness Monster. Buckaroo Bill pounded by the handsome living White House. Doesn't appear he's done robot stuff.
Shouldn't he like get on that?
What happens
We
if
should
you
talk
just
to him
search
about
for
his
Mecha
bigotry against
Yaoi?
robots.
What was that, Jamie?
I said, what happens if you just search for Mecha Yaoi?
All right, duck, duck, go. Let's see what results you get. I
Let's
mentioned it
see.
would just
Mostly
be the
I'm
pilots,
finding
honestly.
regular sex dolls and people
Of
having sex with them.
course.
The robots aren't having sex with each other. Oh wait, there's Futurama. Futurama has robots having sex with each other.
I guess it does, doesn't it?
Lexi wants you to read a title out loud for her from the chat.
Oppressed in the Butt by My Inclusive Holiday Coffee Cups.
Well,
They don't
okay
say
then.
Merry Christmas, so now your butt is being oppressed. Or no, you're being oppressed in the butt.
By Lexi, apparently.
All right, we've spent long enough talking about Chuck
INB
Tingle. I
for
think it's
sexual
time to
harassment
wrap
lawsuit.
this up. We'll
Yes, we're
present
spending
gay robots next week. Mass
Awesome.
Effect has a straight robot.
Why? Why would anyone be straight, John? Apologize.
I can't apologize. That's BioWare did that. Made Edie all
No,
straight for Joker.
apologize for your heterosexuality.
Stop inflicting your heterosexuality on us all. Robots can be whatever they want to be, including.
Robots will be whatever. They will be gay and straight and bi and probably a lot nicer than people. Because there won't be any Republican robots.
Well, yeah, because they're all laborers.
There you go.
I was glad at this point. I'm seeing how long we can just keep maintaining on-air silence. But I broke the silence this time. Damn it! I should have just continue reading sensitive pornograph.
It is a. Are you currently reading the manga?
I have a tab open of it. Yes.
It's a really cute manga.
Yes, robots will will have to upright. Very true, Lex.
All right, everyone. Remember, gay robots, they're real, and they're better than Republicans.
Isn't a lot of things better than Republicans? Yeah, there's
Almost
some things
everything.
there are some things that are just only slightly better than Republicans, and it still could be a
Ooh.
lot better.
Don't
Yeah,
Google gay
there
robots.
are
You'll get an Adam Sandler
two
sketch.
things that are not better than Republicans. There is Nazis, and there is libertarian.
Those are the same thing. Those are synonymous with Republicans.
Valid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The
Anyway,
silences are
so
getting
it
longer.
sounds like we're probably going to be wrapping up soon.
Yeah. Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and do your sign off?
Okay. Well, Letano wasn't with us, but she's Letano on YouTube and Twitter and runs the Facebook pages of the Cryptcrafter and Misandry Animals. And she's also admin at Adamicus Means. Tom McDonald is usually with us. Hopefully he's fine. And he's Tom McDonald on Facebook. You can find him there. I'm Sunrunning Geek on YouTube, Sunrunning Geek on Twitter. Please give money to our friends and comrades. I'll copy and paste some of the links in a comment down below. And I haven't put up anything new on my channel yet, but watch that space for whatever I randomly do something. And that'll be it.
Okay, Jamie, you have anything you want to share?
I am slightly flighty one spelled out, at vulpine.club on Mastodon, and I am slightly sluggy on Twitter. And you can go there if you are willing to hear me bitch and moan and cuss out people for being horribly bigoted.
Sounds nice. As for me, in addition to this, I'm also Twitch streaming, playing through the first Mass Effect game on the Xbox. And I take part in another podcast, Dungeons and Debacles, D&D podcast hosted by my friend Kevin. A lot of fun, completely different, playing an evil party. Normally, we live stream Sundays at 2 o'clock, but we won't be doing that tomorrow because people have conflicts. And that'll be that, I think. You can find me on the Twitters at Sir Goshan, SurGoshan. All right. And I think we will see you guys around. Like a donut. Get cats and puppies.
Like a donut? What? I don't
See
like
you
donuts.
around like a donut. Donuts are round. That's how that works.
Okay, but I don't eat donuts because unless they're vegan. If they're vegan donuts, then I'll.
Are you vegan, Jonathan? I actually didn't know this.
No, because I'm allergic to eggs. Most donuts are made with eggs, so unless they're donuts not made with eggs, I won't eat them. But vegan donuts are not made with eggs, so I can eat.
That makes sense.
Oh, that okay.